CEO of Woodgett Wealth Strategies, and welcome to the Empowerment Mindset to Wealth. And just want to share this presentation with people, and just to let them know a little bit about what my philosophy is, because I feel like a lot of people were like, "Oh, so what is it that you do online?" And they're probably confused with what I do, and I kind of want to just narrow it down to what I'm talking about, as far as empowerment mindset to wealth, because I feel like a lot of people take it a certain way, negative way, positive way, but it's okay. We're all going to take things a certain type of way. Now let me get into this for a little moment. Let me see here on my screen. Okay. Now, the empowerment mindset for wealth. A lot of people would believe that, having the empowerment mindset to wealth would be of, just grinding it out real fast to, get the money and the wealth, But really, there is just more to it than just getting the money and the wealth. It's really a lot about your mind, your mindset, a lot of those things. A lot of people think that a lot of, law of attraction and things like that are just a lot of baloney. All that personal development stuff is it's a lot of baloney. It really is not. It's not. Stuff that actually works, actually attract certain people I want to work with in my life. A lot of the philosophy that I was writing down on my blogs, a lot of the things I'm saying is true, and I actually do take action on the things that I do. Now let's just talk about empowered motivation. What is empowered motivation? Now, I had a conversation with a couple of people I used to work with about, they asked them a question like, what is it that what motivates you, to keep going every day? And of course, a lot of people are going to say their kids, or, and that's obvious. Your kids should motivate you to want to, empower your life financially or anything like that. But what if you didn't have any kids? How would you motivate yourself every day to change, your effort level, not just, wealth, but pretty much just anything, just having the fuel and that drive, and power motivation is that deep inner drive inside of you that's going to give you the drive to keep going and never quit. Okay? And so, power motivation is a very powerful drive that ignites your purpose and being very successful at whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And there's a lot of failures you can have in life, but if you quit, you never really even get started. And for some people, it's just they quit at something, it might not be for them, and necessarily if they don't see that as them quitting, and they're still moving on to other things, and that's fine. I feel like we all quit something at the beginning, or we actually all tried something out, but what did we really learn from that? And I know I've learned a lot of things so far in this last year about motivation and keep going and not quitting. And I feel like some people just want people to quit. You want people to think that you're going to quit doing something sometimes, because really, once they think that you're going to quit, that's when you switch it up on them. And so, power motivation, the fuel to drive that ignites your purpose and being very successful. And the best way to focus on that motivation is to stay with a deeper level of empowerment within inside yourself. To tell yourself every day and that you're going to be focused on what you want to accomplish in your life, to change your life, whether it be financial wealth, which is mainly what I think would change my life, or anybody else's of theirs, or whatever it is, because really you need to focus on what's positive and let that drive your motivation. And negative reinforcement, all those negative things should even push you more. That should add to the motivation to want to move on to a different level of motivation, because you got to make something happen. You feel like you want to make something happen, but you got to make something happen. If you say that you are, you have a sense of empowered motivation. I've had a lot of people come to me and tell me they want to start a business, but they don't ever do anything with the business, It'd be like a whole year down the line and they still haven't did anything, But, we have those people like that. We have people like that, and, it's not their fault. Their motivation level or something happens, it's fine. But, I'm really, as far as the business, I'm looking for people that have straight up drive, drive to just really keep going to a point where they just want to think big and they want to play big as well. They don't want to play small. Another thing is 4-level mindsets. Those are 4-level mindsets, and I put them on it. I put them on there like that because each mindset kind of resembles each other. Just a little bit. Because the empowerment mindset, we talk about the empowerment mindset, that can mean on any levels. The definition of empowerment is giving the authority to, and giving authority to your mindset. That means the power mindset means to give yourself an authority to do something. To be something, to be someone. And once you get the empowerment mindset, your drive is very, very motivated to actually do something that really empowers you deep down inside. And there's nothing really, any other type of influence that really can stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. And I feel like that's a very powerful mindset to have in business. But I feel like when it comes to the success mindset is just a success mindset. Like, I like to refer that to what I see people post on Facebook or on Instagram with the success quotes. These success quotes, everybody knows the quotes. Everybody knows what quote that is. Oh, that's a nice quote. Nice quote. It's just, you just like success a lot. Your mindset is focused just on success. It could be focused on having success. I'm not bashing the success mindset here, but to think about it, a success mindset is just talking about mainly about just success and stuff like that, and that's it. Where's this? I just feel like, where's the substance to that success mindset? Like, a lot of people have a success mindset in school, college, or job, how they will be successful mindset in your job. But when it comes to empowerment mindset for the job, it's more of a personal matter in their mind, to get themselves to authority to do whatever they want. And there's always a conflicting thing between a success mindset and an empowerment mindset. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. But I feel like those two mindsets are totally different. Totally different. Now, when we talk about a self-surrendering mindset, I do talk about this in the blog. It's got a lot to do with what your ego is telling you what to do, or what you're actually programmed. I even use the word program, or what your mind is actually open to doing most of the time and every day of your life. The actions that you're taking, the type of things that you're saying that's coming out of your mind, that's manifesting what you are doing, and actually surrendering to what it is. Kind of like saying, well, it is what it is. it's, to me, I believe that it's not what it is. What it is, no, it's not. Because your self-surrendering mindset, you're surrendering to that way of thinking. You're surrendering to these conceptual theories about this way of something. It could be, your job. You're surrendering to the way. This is the way the job is, and this is it. I can't move up any further, and until I actually prove myself. So the self-surrendering mindset goes in a lot of things. And when we talk about ego and self-surrendering mindset, um, your ego is going to attach on to that type of thinking, and it's going to be hard for you to break through mentally on a certain type of concept because you're so glued to the concepts, and your ego is going to make different types of theories about what's going on with that certain type of concept of what you surrender yourself to. Um, when I was reading that book by Eric Hartow, renowned spiritual teacher, that book pretty much just blew my mind. It pretty much taught me that, how your ego just generates all these stories and keeps telling you this one thing and another, and it just keeps going. And you got your intuition where it actually tells you this, that, and it's more not just thinking, it's more just sensing. And self-surrendering mindset, it's more just generating the same thing over and over again. And so the self-surrendering mindset, I would say, is the most common way of mindset everybody's in. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why they're not trying to listen to you, they're not trying to follow you, they're not trying to, be open to what you have to say to them. That's why everybody wants to be right about something, and nobody never wants to be wrong about something because they're self-centered in their own beliefs. But I learned from that type of mindset that anything and everything has a right or wrong. There's really, in this universe, there's no right or wrong answer. And a lot of people are like, oh, how is that? Because everything is based on about what you believe on a certain concept, and that's pretty much it. We manifest it in either this way of thinking or this type of dimension, but I'm not going to get too deep into that. That actually goes into more of enlightenment principles. Millionaire mindset. Now, when we talk about millionaire mindset, those are the type of people I like to study because they have the most interesting philosophies about themselves and how to create wealth. And I really feel like those are people I really like to look up to because the simple fact is the things that they say really to me do make sense. Kind of like when you spend a lot of money, you're gonna get. When you spend money on something that costs a lot of money, a millionaire knows that they spend a lot of money on something that is going to, enhance what they're doing, and they're going to learn more because of the value in it, product, service, whatever it is. Millionaires understand that once they spend their money on something, that they're not worried about how much it costs. They're worried about how much it's going to give them, what type of knowledge it's going to give them to get to the next level in their business or in their life. And but the main thing millionaires understand is pretty much the value. Now, a lot of some millionaires don't have a great, drive or anything like that. And so for millionaires' mindset, it's easy for them to get stuck into that self-surrendering mindset. And the medium between that is their ego. You know what I mean? They have to learn to live in balance with their mind. Because I know you guys seen Wolf on Wall Street. That's pretty much what happened with that. He really couldn't get past the fact that the money that he was making, the millions of dollars that he was making, trading penny stocks, that, him having a drug problem and everything else, that money and stuff was getting to his head. He couldn't get out of that type of way of thinking. Instead of having a better type of mindset to actually give back and live a more balanced life. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people be like that Wolf on Wall Street. That wasn't all good. But I think one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Uh, yeah, really great movie. And so remember I was talking about the empowerment versus success, and a lot of people are also the misconception of obtaining wealth in the mind. A lot of people are like, what does that mean? What do you mean by the misconception of wealth in the mind, empowerment and success? Well, the misconception is that, you know, success is going to start from what you do within. You know, it's not going to start from you just all of a sudden one day you just like join some type of network marketing company or something, and you just start posting all these success quotes, and now you have this success mindset. You know, you want to create wealth, and you're talking about that. Of course, those are good and positive things to do, but you know what I mean. It takes work. It takes a lot of work to be successful, and so that the empowerment type of mindset is going to tell you that you need to pretty much, in order to be successful, you need to like, first off, I know you're not going to get that much sleep. You're probably going to be working 80 hours overtime, whatever project you're working on. You're trying to reach your goals. You know, you're going to be able to withstand the perseverance that you need to have to be successful. You know what I mean? And so I feel like when it comes to wealth, when I use the term wealth, I mean long-term growth and money. And having an empowerment mindset, that means you're looking for a long-term growth of wealth. You know, you're not looking to play very small at all when it comes to business or anything like that. You're trying to do something that's really bigger than yourself, period. You know, to empower your life. And as far as success mindset, you know, I don't think that success mindset, you know, you just make a couple commissions here and there, and it's not as powerful and as much as a grabbing force that's going to make you be successful. Now, there is people that have a success mindset that do have, you know what I mean, are business minded and stuff. But I just feel like with people that have an empowerment mindset, it's more of a purpose. And I believe that the empowerment mindset, there's the purpose. The purpose in being wealthy is pretty much the strongest point in having success, period. You know, because you want to be able to serve others, and you actually want to create some type of value. You want to be able to teach and guide people in the right direction so they can get the results they're looking for. And I really feel like, you know, back in the past, I've been misguided a lot about the type of success I should be having. But you know, I really didn't know. I feel like I was just mainly stuck in, you know, that misconception of success and empowerment, because the main thing was just that I was looking for success mainly, just, you know, the average way of success. I feel like empowerment is a way of personal success. You know what I mean? But it is going to create success, period. So it has a multiple playing ground, you know, when you use that concept of just empowerment. And that's kind of like the way I came up with the whole term empowerment success coach. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we need a stronger way to communicate, a way to be successful, or just saying just success. Just like I believe, you know, we need to uplift, you know, the vibration in network marketing. We really do. But I'm not going to get into that. Let's see here. Seeking of enlightenment. Now, seeking of enlightenment. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, you know, what's that have to do with wealth? You know, there's no reason why you need to seek enlightenment to get wealth. You know, all you got to do is just, you know, sell a couple things here and there, and then all of a sudden I'll make a couple commissions, a couple $1,000. You know, I just feel like a lot of the success principles are marked on ancient wisdom about enlightenment. You know, understanding true nature, and I feel like the best way to get Um, the best personal development is through seeking enlightenment because you understand yourself. You actually, again, perseverance, you're able to actually understand the hardships you're going to have in business, and you're going to understand yourself what you're going to do, the actions that you're going to take, and what you're not going to take. Like, you'll know that you're going to quit that, or you know you're going to do that. You know you're going to do this, and you know you're going to do that. Me, I feel like I know myself pretty well that if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If not, I'm not. And if I want to keep succeeding at it, if I want to keep going at it, then I'm gonna see it through. But I know if I want to try something out, I know I'm going to. Now, that's not the only way that reason why we should seek enlightenment for wealth. Um, a lot of it enlightenment is just learn how to use your intuition, making the best decisions about different business decisions, business partners, and people to surround yourself by too. You know what I mean? You have total 360 awareness about what's going on around you. Because if you don't business, you're actually gonna miss. You're probably gonna miss something that's gonna go over your head. It's also good to meditate, eat organic food, stuff like that to increase your journey to seeking enlightenment. You know what I mean? Like I had a dream about writing a blog. You know what I mean? So I wrote a blog. I done had dreams about certain blogs where I had to write this or certain words come to me and write about it because I feel like that's the way that my intuition is guiding me towards doing certain things, certain actions in my blogs within my personal brand. And I feel like my main thing is my personal brand is going to be, you know, the guide or the journey to my success. You know what I mean? Because I can get any network marketing company and be like, hey, make this money, but the thing is, nobody's really gonna buy into the company. They're gonna buy into the type of person you are. Um, my thing is wealth and enlightenment. Those two principles alone has changed my life. Um, and also, I've been reading tarot for 7 years. Uh, it's really been like something that I've been hiding from the world. I feel like it's something that I want to share. But anyways, I'm not gonna go too much into that. Yeah, creating wealth through enlightenment. That pretty much sums up the whole thing of the empowerment mindset to wealth. Pretty much everything within everything is just summarize my whole blog, my whole brand. Um, mind, mind staying open to wealth. Once you are enlightened about what's going on around you, your mind should know that your mind staying open to wealth understands that it's good to have multiple streams of income, but it's also good to have a vehicle in a business where you actually succeed in that business. That business pretty much it's not made for you, but it's pretty much something you really believe in. And I feel like the best thing I believe in is what I'm doing as far as my brand, period. Um, and I feel like, but my mind stays open to wealth, period. I'm not going to like see an opportunity, turn it down, like try it out or something like that. Um, but I really don't like to just try things. I really like to see if a certain business or something that's going to create wealth is actually a good fit for what I want to do. And if it's not, then I'm not going to do it. But yeah, create wealth through enlightenment. Mindset. Your mind stays open to wealth, all avenues of wealth. And I feel like the main things with all avenues of wealth is, having multiple streams of income. A lot of people have been seeing that. How would you focus on multiple streams of income? There's always a way. And higher sense of self. You'll understand that having a higher sense of self pretty much positions yourself in of who you are. So and network marketing position yourself as a leader. Um, and anything, if you want to position yourself as a go-to person, you will position yourself as an expert, period. And the best way to position yourself in that way is to understand that position first and learn how to be an expert at it, or just have some knowledge or experience about being that expert. But as far as enlightenment, a higher sense of self is understanding that you are a human being with very innate abilities as well, you know, and that takes me over to that creative intelligence part. You understanding your intuition, you understand that you're a higher self, and again, that's deeper levels of empowerment. Deeper levels of empowerment is finding the true understanding about yourself and understanding one's ego. And again, perseverance through it all, meditation and body care, which is very crucial to receiving messages, receiving things that you can't explain. You just feel like you just have to do it. You're guided by that. It's a long-term success. Wealth through enlightenment. Wealth is about long-term success. It's not about short-term hype. I see too many people, tell me about this company or something like that, and to me, it just the wave of enjoyment and excitability and everything like that, it just goes away, and then what? They jump out of the company or whatever. That's mainly network marketing, but in certain areas in my life where I actually did some things over and over again, excitement went down too as well. And so it's just that I'm not going to just keep jumping on the train. So I want to build a long-term success, and I'm pretty sure everybody else wants that too. And let's see, true awareness of ego, probably the most crucial part of personal development, in my opinion. You understand your ego is going to feed on everything that you do. A lot of people don't understand that. You can't fight your ego or anything like that. There's no way you'll be able to see what your ego has in plan for you. All I have to tell you is that your ego is a force that you can't see, and I would say it's a disease of our human psyche. You just gotta understand to be in balance with your ego, and it feeds on everything. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why it's important to learn how to balance yourself, meditate, eat the right foods, try to get the right type of sleep when you can. But the main thing is to pretty much be one with yourself. Be true to yourself. And understand the success laws. Yeah, there's a lot of laws of success that are out there, and I feel like those are the ancient ones, mainly being humble. A lot of those things come out of the Bible. I see a lot of those type of things that come out of the Bible. Those type of law, to me, those are laws of success, of how you should be successful. I feel like a lot of people follow those laws and they don't really pay attention to them. There's a couple of them out there. I probably shouldn't have to, tell you about them, but I'm pretty sure you know what they are. I would say being humble is probably the main one, because I feel like a lot of people are not being humble. They're just looking for an outcome result from somebody to be humble. See law of attraction. Law of attraction is very powerful. It's real. It's pretty much a testimony. I figured up to now, I wanted to get all this stuff in my life and my business, and right now I got it now. All because I was talking about it and thinking about it. You see power of visualization. It's good, like building a visualization board. You'll know that, if you look at a picture, say you want a Ferrari or something like that, look at that every day. Let that be your motivation as well. Eventually, if you visualize that for a minute of time, you actually be able to attract it. A lot of people think that's, a lot of baloney, but I'm telling you, this stuff is real. I feel like everything I've been talking about on my blog, everything, it's like my own philosophy has actually came to life, you know, and I'm actually able to explain my philosophy to the world. You get more knowledge. There's nothing wrong with knowledge. Your knowledge is definitely, um, extension of your creative intelligence, which I went over. Creative intelligence is what you get from your knowledge, and then you're able to translate that into something that you do, something that you create, type of value you create, and so knowledge is pretty much is the new money. So if the more you spend on your knowledge, the more creative intelligence you put out there, the more value you put out there, the more value you put out there. But another thing is, as far as creative intelligence is, there's other ways to creative enlightenment. I can't even talk yet. But creative intelligence is there's other ways of enlightenment and finding information to get information, I do refer to the book of Astral Records, which is a database of your whole life. A lot of people don't understand what that is, but if you Google that, I'm pretty sure you can find it out, or just read my blog at Creative Intelligence is Power. Woodgett Strategy, Creative Intelligence is Power. You'll find that. I'm telling you, you can access information about your whole life. You do meditation work a lot. I'll tell you where you need to go. Also talk about spirit guides and things like that. And so I just think it's awesome to just put wealth and enlightenment together in one group. One setting right there. It's very powerful. And here we go. Money management. Very crucial to your business and to your life. As far as enlightenment goes, you're aware that, you need to manage your money. But you're also aware that the money management, it's not going to make you. And what I mean by the money management, it's not going to make you. You're not going to worry about how much money you're spending on your business. You already have that budgeted. But you're also aware that, you need to take care of certain priorities for you to manage your money and, pay your bills in time. And so it's just for enlightenment, money management is crucial. It's something you're aware of. Well, that's it for today. And I hope you got something out of that. And, a lot of people just be like, you should look at this guy and, he's got all the answers and stuff, The thing is that, no one really never has all the answers to everything, You really don't have all the answers to life. You got to figure it out for yourself, really. I can coach people on personal development, network marketing, strategies, marketing. But you really don't have all the answers. The thing is, we're still constantly learning every single day about what's going on around us. And I feel like there's people that learn faster and there's people that learn slower. And, when you're seeking enlightenment, I feel like it enhances your ability to learn quicker, to learn all you can, Like I didn't see people who talk about people who learn from, just reading stuff and doing this and that and searching stuff up, and they look at them like, why have you learned the stuff that I was trying to teach you? Well, I'll just learn from other places. There's nothing wrong with keep learning. That's what we're supposed to do. And I feel like there's some people that's learning in a place where they shouldn't be learning because it's not empowering their life. Yes, and that's just the way I see it, And having certain level of empowerment, having a certain level of empowerment deep down inside, you actually, you do things the way you do things. And I know your ego can get in the way of your empowerment, but the thing is, you got to be able to understand that your ego should not control your actions. Don't let it control your actions. You still need to be humble. You still need to be a person that's actually trying to serve others and not just be this person that's just knows everything. Okay, but with that being said, hope y'all enjoy this. I hope you got some value out of this. And if you want to learn how to drive a Ferrari, get your own Ferrari, make sure you get on this live conference tonight. It's somewhere below this presentation, and I hope I see you guys there. This is Arnound.woodgett. I'm signing up.